Okay, welcome back. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through these questions, calculate the MR of the following compounds. First of all, sodium bromide. So sodium bromide has one sodium atom and one bromine atom. So sodium is 23, has a mass of 23. Bromine has a mass of 80, so it's 23 plus 80, which is going to be equal to 103. Okay, magnesium chloride. We have a single magnesium atom. Magnesium has a mass of 24. We have two chlorine atoms. Now, chlorine has a mass of 35.5. Okay, so that's going to be 24, which is 24 plus 71. So the total of that is going to be 95. Okay, now aluminium hydroxide. It's a little bit more complicated because it has the brackets here. So we have a single aluminium atom. So aluminium is going to be 27. Then we need to add the mass of what's inside the bracket. Okay, so one way to do that, we have 3 oxygens and 3 hydrogens. So 3 lots of oxygen and 3 hydrogens. The mass of oxygen of an oxygen atom is 16. The mass of a hydrogen atom is 1. So that is going to be, I think, 78. So 27 plus 3 times 16 plus 3 is going to be 78. Okay, now ammonium phosphate. Again, we've got the ammonium ion, and we have 3 lots of the ammonium ion. So there's going to be 3 nitrogens and actually 12 hydrogens in here, because we've got NH4, NH4, NH4. Okay. So we've got 3 ammonium ions. So one way to do that, we've got 3 lots of nitrogen plus 12 hydrogens. The mass of nitrogen is 14. The mass of hydrogen is 1. Plus phosphorus. Now phosphorus is at 31. Yep. So 31 plus, and then we have 4 oxygens. Okay. So what's that? 3 times 14 plus 12 plus 31 plus 4 times 16 is 149. 149. Okay, now aluminium sulfate. So we've got 2 aluminium atoms. Aluminium is 27, so it's going to be 2 lots of 27. Plus, now we've got 3 sulfates. So let's do that as 3 times everything in the bracket. So inside the bracket we've got 32, which is the mass of sulfur, plus 4 lots of oxygen, which is 16. Okay, so the total mass inside the bracket, 32 plus 4 times 16, is 96. So that's 96 inside the bracket. So we're going to have 2 times 27 plus 3 lots of a sulfate, 3 times 96, which is equal to 342. Okay, now sulfuric acid, H2SO4, we're going to have 2 lots of hydrogen plus sulfur. So sulfur is 32, hydrogen is 1, 32 plus 4 times 16. Okay, so that was 96. So it's going to be 2 plus 96, which equals 98. Okay, now calcium carbonate, last one. So calcium is 40, carbon is 12, and we have one of those. Now we have 3 oxygen atoms plus 3 lots of 16. Okay, so that's going to be, well, that's 3 times 16, is 48, plus 12 plus 40, so that's carbonate is 60, plus 40, that's going to be a total of exactly 100. Okay, now let's move on to the second question. Calculate the percentage of the following elements in the compound. Right, so what's the percentage of magnesium in magnesium chloride? So first of all, we have a single magnesium atom, so that's going to have a mass of 24. Okay, divide by the MR, well, we've worked out the total here, which is 95, times 100. Okay, so 24 divided by 95 times 100 is 25%. So the mass of the magnesium in magnesium chloride accounts for a quarter of the mass. So nitrogen in ammonium phosphate. Okay, so first of all we need the mass of all of the atoms of the element, and because of this 3, we have 3 atoms of nitrogen. So that's going to be 3 times 14 divided by the total mass of ammonium phosphate. Now ammonium phosphate had a mass of 149, so 149 multiplied by 100, so that's going to be 3 times 14 divided by 149 is 28%. Okay, so 28% for the percentage of nitrogen in ammonium phosphate. Now, the percentage of aluminium in aluminium sulfate. Okay, so we've got 2 atoms of aluminium, so that is going to be 2 atoms, and the mass of aluminium is 27. Remember, when you have the periodic symbol, you have a smaller number and a larger number. The smaller number is the proton number. The larger number, or the more massive number, is going to be the mass number. So the mass of aluminium, 27. So it's 2 times 27 divided by the total mass of aluminium sulfate, which we worked out here as 342. Multiply that by 100. So that's going to be 2 times 27 divided by 342. That's going to be equal to 15.8%. So 15.8%. Try and keep at IGCSE all of your answers to either 2 or an absolute maximum of 3 significant figures. Okay, last example, or last question. The percentage of oxygen in sulfuric acid. Okay, so how many atoms of oxygen do we have? Well, it's SO4, so we have 4 atoms of oxygen. So the total mass of oxygen is going to be 4 times 16 divided by the MR of sulfuric acid, which is 98, times 100. Okay, so 4 times 16 is 64. Divide that by 98 and multiply by 100. It is 65, technically 65.3%. Okay, so hopefully you will now be able to do the working out the MR, or the relative formula mass of compounds, and the percentage mass of an element in a formula or in a compound. Okay.